Shane, first off, congratulations on being named the new head coach. I venture to say those probably a little bit bittersweet for you right now, isn't it?
It is, if that's the right choice of words. It's tough right now. I'm going through a lot of emotions. It's something I've wanted for a long time, but to lose a best friend and a mentor to have this all take place for me, it's a little tough. So yeah, it's a little bittersweet.
What was your decision to say, you know what, I think maybe I'd like to be the head coach? I know you and I have known each other for a long time, and as you said, it's probably an aspiration of yours. Talk a little bit about the decision to do this now.
Well, it had a lot to do with Coach P and the program. I was around it for a long time and really good friends with him, and I just kind of wanted to keep going what his dreams were and what his vision was here, and I felt like I could keep that going and kind of do it justice for him. So I decided, I had to talk with my wife, and we sat down and we decided, I needed to do this for me and him.
Yeah.
So and the girls played a big part in it too. They really did.
And you're no stranger. I mean, I know last year you weren't part of the program necessarily in title or anything like that, but I'm sure you kept in quite a bit of contact with Coach and everything that was going on.
Oh, absolutely. Our classrooms were right across the hall from each other, and that was another thing. Even though I left for the year, he understood why I left and what I was doing and the reasons why, but he talked to me every day. I still did scouting for him. I did stats for him. He would say, hey, look at this. What do you think about this for us? So it was like I was never gone. So it wasn't like I was ever away, to be honest with you. We talked every day about the girls and what he was going through and what we needed to do for them. So I pretty much stayed in the program anyway.
If you, I asked you a little bit ago about meeting with the team itself. Give me a little bit of their reaction and just kind of maybe a feeling. You know all them very well, so there's no mystery there. They know what you want. You know what you expect out of them. What was kind of the discussion?
I think they were a little relieved. Just a little comfort factor for them, and as far as not with going through what they're going through, not somebody new coming in and having to. Of course, I coach different. Everybody coaches different, so they were doing some stuff on the fly this summer with a brand new voice and stuff like that. But I think they were pleased with it. We sat down and talked, and as the summer went on, they reacted to me a lot better. But it was an easy transition for them. For me, we were very familiar with each other, so we just kept rolling.
Your vision now and what you want to see happen. You've been around this game long enough to know that when you're a head coach running a program, and I've talked to Casey about this, many times, it's different than being an assistant coach or anything like that, because now all the pressure's kind of on you in many ways, and everybody looks to you. When things go bad, they say head coach. When things go right, they generally don't give you much credit. So from your standpoint, how do you look at that aspect, and how do you think you'll handle all of that?
It's going to be different. It's going to be the first time, but having Casey as my mentor, to watch him go through it, and he walked me through a lot of it as he was going through it. And it is different when as he always used to tell me when I disagree with him about something, well, it's my name in the paper, and this. So I get it, and but I like our team, and I will twist and turn a few of the things that he did, and I will also add my stuff into it as well. But I like us. I like where we're at. And after being away for a year, I didn't really get to see them play a whole lot, although I was involved and did some film work. But being close to them now and having a couple practices and having them all June, I really like where we're at. I think we got some young pieces that are really, really good, and then we have some that are really farther along than I expected them to be at this point.
Style-wise, do you do a whole lot different? Again, you want to put your stamp on it. You put a lot of what Casey did and what he built on it as well. What do you want to try to accomplish on the floor itself?
The biggest adjustment for them was man-to-man. I want to play a little bit more man. I think we can do it. I think we're quick enough. It was a big transition for them this June because they've not done it. But we're a little undersized, so I would like to be able to get in and out of different defenses every few trips down the floor and stuff like that. I want to get out in transition because we're undersized. I feel like we can get some easy buckets in transition. And also, I think we can be tough to guard. We're going to struggle guarding the post sometimes, but I also feel like we can stretch the floor on them, so we're going to open up the floor a little bit and give our 4 and 5 some room to work and because I think, again, we're tough to guard at the 4 and 5 spot, even though we're undersized. So we will press. We will get up and down the floor, and I'm looking forward to it. I envision this team being really exciting to watch because I feel like we can cause a lot of chaos on defense, and we can do some stuff in the open floor on offense.
Hey, my last thing is Casey, even though I thought he mellowed a little bit in the last couple of years, he was very vocal on the sidelines, and it really was a guy who would work the officials, who would work the players a lot. You're not probably maybe as fiery as he is, at least from what I've known you over the last couple of years. You're a little more laid back. How do you think the players respond to that?
To me, I think they've taken to it a little bit over the summer. They've seen that I'm not going to yell and scream, and and I am a little bit more laid back. Sometimes I'm a little tougher on the players because I'm not going to yell and scream at you. I'll just take you out. We'll explain what's going on, and then we'll get you back on the floor. But I think they adjusted well to it. It's new to them, and some of them even made the comment it's different, And we're going to play through a lot of stuff. Like I said, we're young at some key spots, so we're going to have to just let them play through some stuff and get better as the season goes on. And I think in the future it's going to help us out.
You have a little bit of time now. What do you do between now and when school rolls around in August? And here we go. There's really not a whole lot of time off after July. So what do you try to do between now and then?
Well, I'm going to start looking at coaches for the younger girls. We got to get started on our young groups, second grade all the way up. Try to find some good coaches for them, get with the coaches so they know what we need done for the program in the future. So we're going to start there, start getting the young ones involved, maybe look at doing some camps here in the future, here in the next month or two, trying to get them in the gym and see where we're at with numbers and just keep plugging away on trying to get them in the gym.